Hey everybody, I think I found a spot. It's well, there's a lot of wood. It's thick, pine, Doug fir. Anyway, let's get going. I'll explain what we're doing. So I was gonna pick here next to this large fallen tree because of the abundance of stuff to make fire with, and then I could put my lean-to from that tree over to one of those trees there. But I need a ridge pole to lean things up against. But there's two main problems here. What I'm on here is a game trail. And even though it's mostly herbivores get followed by carnivores sometimes, and I want to avoid that. And then under this fallen log, we might have a dweller. And I would prefer to avoid mammal dwellers. So let's keep looking around and I'll update you. Also, one thing I want to avoid is, you see all this stuff on the ground? That's pine cone litter from squirrels, and I don't want that dropping down on me all night. I guess it doesn't matter a huge amount. All right, ignore the camera bag, but here are my tools. That and my buck knife. These are what I'll be using. This is my $100,000 knife. Gave me a scar on my hand and 2 surgeries, so that would be that guy there. I got this axe. Did the handle on that, got a video on that. My silky little tiny saw and my giant big silky saw. So these are what we're gonna use to make our shelter, fire, and that and a little bit of string. So let's get that going, huh? All right, everybody, this is it. This is where I'm going. We're not real wild. There's a trail about 20 yards that way. You follow that trail another 40 yards and there's a dirt road. Now that trail is accessible by ATV, so sometimes you're gonna hear some vehicles go up and down, and I'll try to edit that out. But I'm gonna head back behind me, maybe just up over this hill or down in this gully, and what we're doing, we're gonna have us, gonna be cold. I underestimated how cold it is up here. I'm wearing my down jacket. Glad I brought it. Anyway, so what we're doing, we're gonna make a lean-to. It's basically that leans to one direction, half an A-frame. I would like to have maybe a raised platform to sleep on, but given the fact that a lot of these trees are crooked and I would have to do a lot more work than maybe what I've got time for, I'll probably sleep on the ground. My assets are obviously the wood. We've got basically 2 primary sources of wood in this area, pine and aspen. Aspen's doesn't have a lot of thermal potential. It burns very quickly, and pine is not a whole lot better, and it also likes to pop. Pockets of sap boil and the thing explodes, and you get shards. I don't know why I said shards. Get the bits of embers that go all over the place. So the rule from where you're going to sleep is going to be 1 large step, and I'll do a little bit more because of that fact. This is a very low sunlight area. We got light seeping through the trees there since this is a west-facing area, but my goodness, it's a lot cooler. It's about 50 degrees in the valley. It feels like 20s in here, with the occasional wind. A little bit cooler, maybe. I would probably say mid-20s. Tonight it's going to be teens, probably low teens. I would not be surprised if we see high single digits. We're at about 8,800 feet elevation, so it's gonna get pretty cold. Gonna go find an area that just, I don't know, right behind me somewhere. We'll see. You'll see. We'll see in a bit. All right, found what I thought was going to be a great spot here. From this tree, put my ridge pole to this tree, This would be the edge of my shelter, then I'd bring the lean-to back this way, have the fire right about where your camp spot is, or where you're sitting. If I bring you guys back, you are right next to a tinder bundle tree. Look at this magnificent giant tree. The thing of it is, there's a lot of dead branches, a lot of small dead branches on this thing. And I worry a little bit. Fire would then be about here, I think. That's about 6 feet away from the edge of my shelter. 4 feet from the tree. I can do this though. I know I can do this. The sparks will die before they get too high. Not only that, is these branches here, I've got my long silky saw with me. I can cut all this dead stuff down and make it safe. If I look above, we've got an aspen, a large aspen behind you, but right up here it's clear. So, I think this is it. We can do this. We can do this. So square would be right there. And then over to this way. I think we can do this. Here is pole 1. About 3-4 feet up. We then go to pole 2 here. This is on its way out. You can see the bottom's dying, but the rest, the top, right there is still green. This is a living tree. We can go up as high as that tripod right there. Go across, and then from there, not making anybody dizzy, tripod, tree 1, tree 2, step, fire here, big tree here, cut dead branches. I can reach probably 8 feet up, 10 feet up. That's good kindling right there for night and morning. That could be my ridgepole actually. It's pretty big. It's a pretty big tree. I don't know. Maybe you want a smaller one like that dead one leaning there. We got a lot of options. Or that dead one right there. Or that dead one right there. Anyway, we got options. But I'd have to do a little maintenance, maybe dig that up. I did bring a shovel, so we're good there. I think we got this. Whew. Got ourselves our ridge pole. I want to go the distance between these 2 trees and then a small bit on the end, so we're gonna go 12 feet. So I'm gonna do the thing at a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Take my knife and give it a mark here, and that's the ridge pole. Probably 50, 70 pounds of log. Battery's dying. Gonna replace the battery. We'll continue. All right, here's my string. It isn't much, but it'll hold enough wraps. I'm just gonna tie it here and do a couple of wraps. Make it loose so I can thread the end of the log here in the ground through it. So, how do I want to do that, eh?
cooking now, jeez. Too chilly a minute ago, too hot now. All right, now can hang on it. Holds me. It's 170 pounds. I like it. Go one more wrap just for good for measure. Now to tie this stuff off, I'm gonna go a loose wrap. So I'll just make a bit of extra here. I'm gonna hook it on this stick over here so it doesn't follow the rest of the spool around the tree. Come back around and drop it down. Do that one more time, go around the tree, and drop it down, take this off, pull it tight. That didn't do a darn thing because I'm a ding dong. Go back around the tree the other way, pulling that pseudo knot tight, and then we're going to cut it off and actually tie it off. And all the way back there, this here is what it's wrapped under. Now the knot I'm tying is a famous knot. It's one of the most essential outdoor knots you can learn. It's called the granny. Basically, if you don't know the knot tie a lot rules here. And it's served many a bushcrafter for a long time. Just on the back here tying Grandma's favorite knot. Big pile of them. Alright, now the loose end, it's just going to get tied off here around a stick so that if there is any slippage, it's not going very far. It'll pull off this knob before it goes anywhere. And like I said before, the old granny. If I'm rushing, I'm going to be colder. And I don't care if it's proper or not, I'm just going to do it that way and cut off the excess. So that's that one. Let's go to the other side now. Welcome to the other side. You thought it was going to be more painful. Now this side, the log is bigger, heavier, less fun. Make some space here. Yeek. I don't like this one as much. There. How about them apples right there? We got some overhang here. It's alright. So, like before, put it on my shoulder. Try to do some leveling here. Should have done this beforehand. I don't. I'm gonna let that drop. And we're just gonna reach around there like that. This hurts. Gloves. Alright, the gloves. And this is gonna get tied off. Gotta bring it up to where I wanna do my wrap. And it tied with my favorite knot again. On the underside where it's bearing all the weight. Under, out and through, inside, outside, around and through, something like that. Inside. What I'm talking about. Let's see how she hangs. Yeah. Kind of level. If I'd get it up higher maybe. just walking around the tree would have been the easiest way if I stopped getting stuck on things. Alright, it's all in vain if this thing doesn't hold me. Again, too hot. Got it in hand. There we go. Alright. Use for the blooper reel. We're good. Tie this guy off and call it a day. Not really. Work's just begun. Probably only the second or third lean-to I've ever built. I don't like to sleep on the ground with the peasants. All right, now the arduous tasks of putting up the back poles, whatever you want to call them, and clearing the log off the ground. I don't know if you can see my head. Yeah, back with the coat. I'm gonna put up 6 or 8 poles. Put my tarp over it, and then hopefully that'll do us. Hopefully it's not dark. Alright. Gotta do something about this log. It's kinda in my way. It's probably 40 feet long. It's not a joke. It's a big log. So of course I'm gonna try to move it with my hand, because that's exactly what I wanted to see happen. Hopefully we can get, yeah, ow, right in the freaking chins. Break logs, boys. Hear me, roar. I get this stuff's not fun to lay on, so I'll get this ground cleared off a bit. Issues with this ground. Alright, so I got my shovel. It's a silly cold steel shovel I got. We're gonna just put my bed right under here. I want to clear out the undergrowth. I don't want to breathe this all night. Glad there's wind now. Do the same where my fire's going to go. I actually wanted to do some real bushcraft. I could pull up some of these roots, larger ones like that one, and use them as string to tie my ridgepole on. The ridgepole's on. Tie my ribs on. I'm gonna call them. I don't want a big hole here, and I don't want a hill here. I'm probably going to throw the Reflectix tarp right on the ground and put my pad on it. My Reflectix pad right on it. Alright. Ribs go this way. Reflectix carp goes there, wraps under, plastic sheet goes on this side. Those are the plans anyway. I got a lot of cutting to do. So, yeah. Because we're running out of daylight, we'll do it this way. I got 3 down here, Richter had 3 down here, and 1 up on the ridge pole. I want at least 2 more. 1, 2, I can count, I swear. I got 3 down here, Richter had 3 down here, and 1 up on the ridge pole. I want at least 2 more. 1, 2, I can count, I swear. We're gonna go ahead and set these up and see how they look, starting from that end because I don't want to trip over my end pole. Okay, let's do this guy. If I went like that, that would be all of them, and then I could replace the sickly one. I'll just move them over a bit. Nose is starting to run. How cold it is now. It's taking shape though. I like that. This one I gotta trim this one down. Maybe I'll hang a light from it. Aha. Come here. Let's have a look at it. My pine sap covered hands. Huh? This one here is a little weak, but it's not carrying a lot of weight, so. Then I gotta do is put some side to side structure support on there. Just some probably branches like that, just toss them on there, maybe tie a couple, and then string my tarp from. Now the question is, do I want to string my tarp from underneath and hold it in place with a log here and a log down at the bottom, like right down there, or do I want to put it on top of everything? I'm leaning toward putting it under because of this wind coming through here. I don't want anything to pick it up and blow it away. And it's probably going to be better for reflecting heat. So let's see what I can do there. This might be a bit of a fiasco. Taking shape. Alright. Yeah, bed along in there. The only thing is if I hang my tarp from up here and bring it down, it's going to come down and do a bowing motion, so I might tie a long pole along here and just tie it to each end, but the tarp, you know, have it pinch the tarp against the ribs. I think I'll do that. In fact, I might use this stick right here since it's the lightest. Cut another ridge pole, or ridge pole, cut another rib, I don't know, whatever they're called. Oh. We're getting there. We're getting there. The only issue now is I'm fighting daylight. Will this reach? Yes, it will. It will reach indeed. That is what we shall do. I need to hack off the pokies on that thing. Alright, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I hatch this way over there? Knife work? Knife works. I'm doing just getting all these little sticks and twigs that might poke a hole in the Reflectix tarp. That will reduce its capability by quite a bit. Stuff flying in my face. Pine's edible, right? No, the Indians use the inner bark as a famine food, but it doesn't taste good. If you've ever had any kind of famine food, it's not pleasant. Like chicken with my hands. Did that and lost once. Alright. Okay, if I can do that, it's quite the, I have to do it like sideways like that. We can do it. Put that down. The knife in here. Need to find another rib here that can go on after. In fact, out of convenience, I think I'll move all of these. Just lift them up and lay them back. Alright, so end to end, let's see what our tarp can do. Gloves got to come off for this battle. Oh, staying fingers drive me bankers. That's what we're working with. Just one of these cheap dollar store Mylar blankets. Should be good enough for the people I know. Missing one thing. Water. And I gotta make the 200-yard dash to my truck. I'll be right back. Alright. The water, and ground pad. This is what I mean for ground pad. It's this like bubbly stuff, not comfortable. So I'm gonna lay it out, fold it over and lay it out again. So it's gonna be double thickness here. And then I've also, for a ground tarp, have an old Reflectix tarp, which I probably could have used and should have used for the top here. But my oldest video on my channel, second oldest, or third oldest video on channel, first camping video, I had a pine fire next to my hammock, and it was probably one bubba step away, one baby gallop away, and pine popped and burned holes in the tarp. Still tempted to pin it up and use it, and then I would sleep on a Mylar blanket, as well as this. That would kind of help keep the bugs and the crap from blowing in my face. If I was really rough in it, I'd cut some pine boughs, but this is a well-used area. At least up there is, down here not so much, but it's a good pine forest, a lot of healthy young trees, and so I'm just going to let them be. I'm not going to cut the branches off for a show-off video. Everyone knows how to do it that's done any kind of outdoor survival stuff, so I think I shall do that. Tarp up, Mylar blanket on the ground, just for noise reduction, because like I said, I didn't say, I shall say. Where is it? I don't know why I'm not wearing that. Probably put it on. I organized my gear so well. This is it right here. In summer on here I burnt some holes in it along one of the edges like a genius, but this is kind of a reflecting material. See, hole. I don't know, anyway, yeah, pine will do that to a tarp. I still like it, still use it. It's great for winter because it's kind of reflective. And if I decide it's not reflective enough, then ding dong me, gonna put up something else. But I think I'll use this. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't gonna sleep on it, but I think the thing underneath me is gonna make more or less noise than the thing above me. I would rather not stay up all night long listening to the crackle of the wind blowing around a Mylar blanket. So let's do it. Same plan as before. Just this guy, whoa, goes up here. And I'll use the thing to pin it down. The wind is gonna help me out. How nice. Aha! Yeah, thank you, wind. And since it has tie-off points, I think I'm gonna do that, just tie it off. Still have to pin it up, but hey, less of a battle. I'm way over here now. Just wrap that there. Hopefully it's big enough. If not, I'm gonna have to look for a replacement. I cannot find this tarp anywhere, by the way. People have asked what kind of tarp it is and where they can get one. I don't know. I'm honest. I don't know. Oh, the loop goes over there. Do I even need to use this string? Maybe not. No, that's broken. This is temporary while I situate the tarp. I want this to hang over a bit. I might put a weight on that. In fact, the old candle, you can hang out there. Stay. Further on one side than the other, but pants, stay up. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright. Yeah, I'm gonna use this string on this side. This is more formal than I wanted to go, but I tend to overpack. I don't like to be dangerous in emergencies. Meaning that this is play. It's not real. If it were real, be pulling out all the stops to get out of here alive. I'd be eating bald eagle tonight. Figure out how I tangled this thing into this mess. Oh, I see now. Okay. Sorry. Just fast forward past this bit. I'm gonna have to tie off this end pretty good because wind. For now. Hold on a minute. I was going under those, wasn't I? Dan has been thrilled. Alright boys, we got a problem. Sort of. How to secure this far end over here. It's a wind tunnel. I created a wind tunnel. I don't want a wind tunnel. So, suggestions? Anybody? Bueller? 2 ribs. This comes up. Let's tie it off. Let's do that quick fast in a hurry over here. Step 1, cut string. Cut more than you think you need. Step 2, tie string to pull. Trying to go quick because I'm cold and hungry. Cold and hungry. Step 3, lift. And it's got to go further that way. I know that much because there's barely hanging on here. It goes up like that. And actually, I'm going to pinch it in there. Step 4, try not to cut yourself on the string. Tie it tightly to the pole. Alright, that's gonna be good enough. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Now we're just gonna, you guys even see what I'm doing here? Probably not. Just gonna take it, thread it through one of the round bits, tie it off. Again, not perfect, doesn't have to be. Somebody out there's yelling, yes it does! Probably guys from Corporal's Corner, because they are guys meticulous. Freaking genius. And do another. Don't really have to, going to anyway. Like I said, we don't know a knot. Tie a lot. Grannies will hold many things together. Sure, someone at sea tied a granny knot saved a million people. Alright, step back. What we need to do is pin up the far end, and then we need to put some sort of trellis here to keep the wind from going in there and knocking me out, blowing me away. So, let's get that done. That's a pretty good shot. Oh, it's much warmer in here already. If only. Alright, I don't know if you can see this down here. We're pulling our string out. A knife. Cut the pants. String. Come on. There we go. Stabbing a tree. Because we're an idiot. Tying it around just the end, because I don't know how long it is. Oh, where'd my piece go? Here we go. Hands are starting to shake. Sign of hunger and cold in most people. Or heart failure, essential tremors, stroke, too much sugar, too much caffeine, you name it. It may sign of a lot of different things. Oh! Running into the pole is not part of the plan. Alright, how even are we? So there, that'll hold, presumably. It's not perfectly straight, breaking through my firewood, but look, it's alright. I mean, it's alright. The pole's not straight. I mean, see, huh? And under here, it's got to go back and tie off. Yeah, huh? Put my poles up there. That's a pain in the butt right there. Bonked my head, but I can sit right under here. Move that, of course, and I'm both protected, and I'm in my shelter. Like I said, I gotta seal off this side because wind's just gonna keep coming through here and I don't want that. So let's clean up the rest of the back poles. I don't know, I've called them like 10 different things. The spines, the things, the other thing. mind. Oh, too much work, not enough play. Probably the opposite problem for me. Yeah, that's a mess. That is a mess. Oh, that is my mess. This I'm gonna have to do something with it. We'll put these back down on, and oh, I gotta cut another one. Forgot about that. Got $1 for everything I forget. Gotta have $1 today, maybe. Yeah, this end over here, it's not skookum. I have to do something about that. Alright, I'm kind of in go mode now, so I didn't show this, cutting this thing. Really, I just picked it up off the ground, took 2 seconds, right behind me. Getting all the, anything to poke a hole in a tarp in slightly windy weather. Alright, I think I got it. That fling crap in my eye. In the corner of my eye. I love it. Don't play chicken with your hand. The blade will always win. Alright. I'm being a little bit more careful with these than ridge pulls because this is going to be over the top of me. If there's anything not really desirable, it's going to be on top of me. I prefer to avoid that. So, got an audience over there watching with hikers. Just making a lean-to shelter, my YouTube channel. And, whoa, cut my leg off. Half insane outdoor guy. Alright. Hold up the. Oh, I hope that's long enough. Don't break it. Go double check. Yeesh. Can you tell me if it's long enough over there? Let's have a look. Oh yeah, barely. Barely. Where you at, string? There you are. And my knife. Well, let's go. Pull out a decent length of string. Cut it off. Put on the edge. Gloves come off because I said so. Oh, finger. Granny knot galore. This really should have been a 2-day project. A day camp and then a overnight video, but I don't know, I kind of wanted to get it done in one go. Alright, already looking better. I push it that way because this thinner end's easier to work with. We're going to go around. Tuck it on there. Alright, so let's talk a bit. This area does not get a lot of heating. There's not a lot of thermal material here, or what do you call thermal mass to be heated by the sun. So it gets cold. As soon as that sun goes down, it gets really cold. So I'm really feeling the chill. I just had to get over being cold from wearing my coat, simply because when I worked, I sweated it, and that made me cold. So I just had to take it off, dry out in the cold, and deal with it. Now I'm doing okay. Also, I've kind of gotten into that groove where I haven't eaten in a few hours, so my body's no longer burning the simple sugars. It starts to burn more permanent stuff. I'm just going to make a loop and put it over there, tighten it down. It's going to be real easy to get off in the morning. or when I leave. I'm gonna leave the frame up because I come back to this spot a lot. And yeah, let's go tie up the other side. Come with me. Oh. You know, I said I was gonna cut the excess off. I didn't. I just hit my head on it. That was one of those kinds that make you dizzy. Well, I had to take a few minutes to just get a breath of air. That was a stupid mistake. All right, I'm gonna put you on my firewood. All right, same as last time. Darn fire reflector business is not reflecting fire. It's not reflecting heat. It's giving you another wall to prevent movement of air. So the heat stays where there and you get radiated heat. It doesn't reflect nothing. I'm gonna put up a thermometer here. I won't make 2 fires though. I can put a thermometer here, put one over there, we'll make a heat reflector, and I will guarantee that the thermometer, no it won't because we got reflective material. One of these days we're gonna do a video. Far North Bushcraft and Adventure did a video on that and demonstrated quite clearly that with a fire reflector, you're not getting any higher advantage than without. So if you're gonna go out in the bush and think that you're gonna put up a pile of wood and that it's gonna somehow reflect heat onto you, you're full of crap. That's a rude way to say that, but I'm telling you, it's not gonna work that way. It doesn't work that way, it just doesn't. So heat gets reflected by materials that reflect light. Heat and light are very similar that way. So you put up a sheet of shiny steel, aluminum, you put up a reflecting tarp, you'll get some reflection back, but you're not going to reflect it off of wood. And if it is, the gains are so marginal, it's just ridiculous to consider that it's doing you any good. Now, if you want to reflect heat, you want as many hot embers to face you as possible. This is not going as well as planned. You want to reflect something, you want to get some heat going. Embers. You need embers. You need hot embers, okay? Using my knee to hold this up because it's wanting to sag. Step on something to give me some more height. So if you want, like I said, I'm rambling now, but it's something that bugs me a great deal. Yeah, it will make you warmer. I do not disagree with making them. Just don't think and don't tell people you're reflecting fire or heat. You're containing the heat. That's all it's doing. It's preventing wind and air movement from cooling the ambient temperature. But it's not going to be a huge amount. It's not going to be a large difference. The most difference you'll feel is if you block the movement of air. That'll steal your heat. Put it somewhere else. So heat is transferred in 3 methods: convection, conduction, and radiation. The primary source of heat you get from fire, unless you're sitting on top of it, is radiation. So you want a fire with a bed of coals facing you. That can be done with a heat reflector, with one of them wooden walls, when you light it on fire. So if you want to make a good hot area, a big Siberian log fire is the best way to go. Your regular old campfire ain't going to do it, and a wall of wood isn't going to do it either. It will help keep the spread of air from cooling your area. It's not going to save your life. It's not going to make a huge difference. I can't say all that actually. It might make a difference, but I don't think it's going to be much noticeable unless you're blocking air from going over the fire and in the direction you're sitting. So, all right, now that that's vented out of my face, I can put my Mylar blanket down, my thingy, put my wall up. We're hip to jive. Let's go. Yeah, how about them apples, huh? That'll do, donkey. I need to close up that end. That's the way the wind is coming from, and this is essentially a wind tunnel right now. So close up that end. On the ground will go my Mylar blanket with my Reflectix pad. And then I got my bivvy and a small wool blanket, and that's it. We're hip to jive then. We're good to go. We're golden. I could shore up the back by putting debris up on there, and I just might throw some twigs and stuff on there, but I'm not cutting down any spruces to do all this, so... What in the world? Where are you at, huh? You want to come fight? You want to fight me? I do not see him. Do you guys see him? I see ya. I see ya. Come fight me. Come on. I got you. I can take you. Eyes closed, hands behind my back. I'll take you. I'll eat you for breakfast, actually. Oh, that thing's kind of cute. Don't piss at me. I see ya. You see him yet? Right there, center screen. It's called a squirrel. Highly edible. Tastes like greasy chicken. They probably have only about 200 grams of protein on them and 30 grams of fat. And that is if you eat everything. Cute little critters, though. Obnoxious and loud, too. You're getting a pass this time, buddy. Keep swearing at me, though, and we're gonna have words. We might have some, we might come to blows. Yeah, that's right. Forest Service cut down a tree near the entrance to this little area. I'm gonna go pull it over here and use it. It's gonna be a base log for the fire. Just piling up some things I found. I'm laying a boot. Don't need to be that great. It's not gonna fall on me. Looks pretty good. We're getting there. Getting there. Stuff like that. Gonna lean up there like a Christmas tree. Might put something on there. Toss some debris over there. Some twigs. There's so much wood in this area. But it's got a somewhat straight, long section on it, so we'll cut it off with a saw. And do my saw. Alright, we'll just cut off this knobby bottom part. That is some dense wood. Not pine sap. I wonder if there's any in here. Hang on. I'm gonna get some pine sap out here. If I can find pine sap in this thing, then we'll use it for fire making. It's dense, but it's dry as a bone, though. Club. Cavemen have club. Actually, cavemen do have club. That's not bad at all. I don't have to worry about cutting my eyebrows off with this thing. Caveman can club with club. Back to the project. This guy. Wait. Caveman will even club off the end of it. That works. It's tall. It goes over here now. Caveman likes his club. Caveman needs to move his shovel. Caveman needs not bang head again. Okay, enough about caveman. Alright, I feel like the Hulk minus the strength. I want to get this in all kind of battened down. Guys, I love silky saws. Okay, I really love silky saws. Okay, that's going to go on an angle like that. Kind of hold that all in there. That's not going to do a whole lot yet. Christmas tree needs to move over. But if I had some of this stuff, enough of it, if I can find some actually tipped over rotten dying pine, I'm going to do that. I'm going to But I can strip like that guy right there. He all tipped over and rotting on the ground. Dead on top. This guy right there. Yeah. It shall be done. Barely got an hour of usable light left. We're just gonna stick those in there like that. We'll get some more and we'll just, yaha. And then that's what we do around here. And then it's time to pull the log over and get this going. All 6 things on the back. If I wanted to, I could put more along this way on the outside, lay down some of the same pine material real thick on there, and that would be my shelter. I wouldn't even need the tarp if I did it right. Let's finish up this wall and get the logs and get the fire and get the food. I'm gonna hang this one upside down like that. Same with this one. A lot of this stuff just can hang on here. Little ones like that can just fit where they fit. Not perfect. I know a lot of you guys are probably watching this from home going, why are you putting it there? Put it over there. Which is fine. The nice thing about that is I can't hear you, so throw it in the comments. Just a happy tree there. No cares in the world. I think we about got this section covered. Really? Didn't we have an understanding? All right, my friends, here we have, oh, there's more over there. My friends, we have our wall made of pine boughs, lovely pine boughs. Many a tree sacrificed their life for that. One dying tree. We have the insides, and don't mind the no flooring. I don't see the point in doing this side because the wind is coming from one direction. And my feet will go down there. Huh. Think. It's a tough thing for me to do. That guy over. Alright, let's do that. Let's just drag that guy over. Yeehaw. Let me show you something now. This tangled mess right here. Are you zooming up? You're not. This tangled mess right here has these buds on the end. They are pine flowers. This is like extremely flammable business right here. This I'm going to use as part of my initial kindling for my log fire. I shall put it approximately where I'm going to make my fire, which will be there. Pull this out first. Like perch it on a log. So we're going to use our saw to cut off a chunk of this end of it. I don't even know if you can see what I'm saying. The real saw. Creme de la creme. Teeth are real aggressive. This does not require a lot of effort at all, though. Yee. As they say in Alabama. We gotta make a fire pit. I'm gonna put you in our hut here. So while it's light, I'm gonna put out our Miley blanket and our roll pad there. All right, batteries can go with food, right? Inside here is my breakfast. All right, it's unfold this. Good job. That goes there. This goes out like that. Gloves got to come off. You need a little dexterity for this, which I don't really have. But it's not as long as I'd hoped. I'm gonna unfold the first flappity flap. And try to do it real organized. Grab an ink. Now this only provides reflecting heat. It reflects radiation. It does not stop conduction or convection, especially convection. I believe that's the one where your heat is pulled from your body by a cold surface. So this will not stop that. But all right, let's try this out. Oh, that's it right there. Huh. I think this will do. All right, not entirely reflective, but guys, give me a break. It's gonna be 20 degrees and I'm sleeping in a wool blanket. This wool blanket. It's not that substantial. Wool's pretty good insulator. There's better, there's way worse. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're going with. Slide this guy off. And roll it to the length we want. Fold it back. Roll it again. Now I'm gonna set a wool blanket on top. Well, getting schmooing here. Wool blanket goes on top. That goes on top. I did mention a bivy. I got a bivy, Gore-Tex bivy, old military thing. Not sure how good it is. I used it like twice. This guy. So I did it in a notch. We're gonna be warm in 14 degrees. I guess you'll find out, because yeah, this guy is not in the mood to freeze. Zip it and tuck it, and then we'll straighten everything out when we're getting into bed. There we go, that's bed, that's our bed right there. Goes there. All right, and it's still light. How about them apples, huh? How about them apples? Why'd you fall and hit me in the head anyway, meanie? Because you don't like hanging there. How about there? Works. All right, let's do a little camp cleanup chore business here. And it's time to start a fire.